Hello students, today we will study about electrolytic cell and electrolysis. See, this is an electrolytic cell. The tank, it is electrolytic tank. The liquid which is taken inside, it is an electrolyte which is a conductor of electricity. This electrolyte, the liquid taken here, it can dissociate into its ions. This is a battery, negative terminal, it is attached to an electrode, and that electrode will be cathode, and the terminal to which positive, or the electrode to which the positive terminal of the battery it is attached, it is called anode. Here, when the key is on, when the electricity it starts flowing, the respective electrodes, they will start moving towards the opposite electrodes. Like the all the positive ions which are present here, they will start moving towards the cathode, that is negative electrode, and all the negative ion present in this liquid, they will start moving towards the positive electrode, that is anode. This is the electrolytic cell, the cell which converts. What happens here? It converts electrical energy into chemical energy. The electrical energy which is supplied from the battery, it get converted into chemical energy, and this is called an electrolytic cell. The process which converts that electrical energy into chemical energy, that process is called electrolysis. See here, first we'll see the electrolysis of molten sodium chloride. Molten sodium chloride means we have just increased the temperature of the solid NaCl to melt it. That molten sodium chloride we have taken, that molten sodium chloride will dissociate into Na plus and Cl minus ion. Obviously, positive ion, it will move towards the negative electrode, that is cathode. There it will gain an electron and will get converted to a sodium atom. See, gain of electron is taking place here. It means at cathode, reduction reaction occurs. If we talk about anode, at anode, that is the positive electrode, towards that positive electrode, negative ion will move, and negative ion will gain an electron and will get converted to chlorine atom. We know that chlorine atom cannot exist independently. It means two chloride ions, they will lose two electrons and will form chlorine molecules. See, it is given here also that chlorine plus chlorine, it will give chlorine gas. So what we have seen here is, at cathode, positive electrons will move and reduction will take place, and at anode, negative ions will move and oxidation will take place. Now, we'll see the electrolysis of concentrated aqueous solution. See, there we have taken molten NaCl. Here we have taken aqueous solution of NaCl. Aqueous solution means we have mixed sodium chloride in water, brine, brine, brine we have taken. See, actually now here we'll see the competition between the ions to get collected at their respective electrodes. Like if we talk about cathode, Na positive will move towards cathode. It will gain an electron and will convert into sodium. Its reduction potential is minus 2.71 volt. If we talk about water, it will gain 2 electrons and will form hydrogen gas along with the formation of hydroxide ions, and its reduction potential value is minus 0.83. See, by seeing these two reduction potential values, it is clear that water molecule, they are having higher standard reduction potential value. See, it is minus 0.83, it is minus 2.71. It means this is greater reduction potential value, and at cathode we know that reduction takes place. It means the one which will having the more or the higher standard reduction potential value, it will get reduced at cathode. So here, since we know that water molecules, they are having the higher reduction potential values, it means this hydrogen gas will be collected at cathode. Okay, water molecule having the higher reduction potential get reduced at cathode. Thus, hydrogen is liberated at cathode. At cathode, we'll get hydrogen and hydroxide ion. See, what will be left here? Hydroxide will be left and sodium ion will remain there in the solution. These two will combine to form NaOH. In this process, an alkali is also formed, that is NaOH. Okay, so there will be the competition between sodium ions and this water, and water, because its reduction potential is higher, so it will be collected, or hydrogen gas will be collected at cathode. Now, at anode, what will happen? See, half oxygen gas, it will gain two hydrogen ions and two electrons and will form water. Okay. Chlorine, if we'll see, it will gain two electrons and will form this 2Cl minus. So, if we see here, its reduction potential value is 1.36. Its reduction potential value is 1.23, and we know that at anode oxidation takes place. Oxidation is taking place, it means the one which will be having the lesser standard potential value, standard reduction potential value, it will be collected at anode. The one which will be having the lesser standard potential values will be collected at anode. See, since 1.23 is lesser, it means water, it will get oxidized at anode due to the lesser standard potential values. See, if we talk about cathode, since reaction takes place here, it means here that will be reduced, which will be having higher reduction potential values. And at anode, oxidation reaction takes place. That's why at anode, that has to be collected, which is having the lesser standard potential values. But here's something happens, because of which actually water has to be collected there, but instead of water, this chlorine, it gets oxidized there. See, if we talk here, actually what happens, the like for water to be collected there at anode, it needs very large amount of voltage to be collected there. Its voltage, it increases, and that is called over voltage, and this is the unexpected result. Actually, this should not happen, but this happens because of the large activation energy which is involved in the transfer of that electrons from water to form anode. So very large amount of energy is required there. That's why what happens, see, this is against the rule. What is happening here, it is against the rule, because if we follow this, then this water should be collected there, but it is against the rule. And since its collection is needing 1.23 plus 0.25 extra voltage, it was required here. So if we'll add 0.25 here, it means it will be greater than this, and since it will become greater, because very large amount of energy is required, other than this 0.25 extra will be required, and if that will be required, it means this will have the lesser reduction potential values, and this is collected instead of this. Actually, this has to be collected, but due to the over voltage, unexpected result, due to this over voltage, this chlorine, it gets oxidized at anode. See, water should get oxidized at anode, but due to the lesser standard potential values, but chloride ions get oxidized due to over voltage. It requires 0.25 extra other than this 1.23. So if we compare these two, it is lesser, that's why it get collected there at anode. Now if you'll see the overall reaction, it is like 2Cl minus, they will form chlorine plus 2 electrons, and at cathode water is there plus 2 electron, and we'll get hydrogen and hydroxide, and the overall reaction will be like this. Okay, so this was about the electrolysis of the concentrated aqueous solution of sodium chloride. Now we'll see one more, that is electrolysis of the aqueous copper sulfate solution, and here we have used platinum electrodes. Okay, it will also have two types of reaction, like it will be one only, and if we'll take copper electrodes, then the reaction will occur in the different manner. Here we have taken platinum electrodes, like copper sulfate, it will dissociate to form copper ions aqueous and sulfate ions aqueous. At cathode, reduction reaction will occur at cathode. It means copper ions, they will move towards cathode, they will gain electron and they'll change into copper. Its reduction potential value is plus 0.34 volt. If you talk about water, because water is also present there, aqueous solution it is. So it will also gain 2 electrons and will form hydrogen along with the formation of hydroxide. Its reduction potential value is 0.83 volt. Since it is very clear from these data that the reduction potential value of Cu plus 2 it is greater value than water, it means copper will get reduced at cathode. Okay, here if we talk about anode, oxidation reaction will occur at anode. Water, it will form half O2 plus 2H2 plus 2 electron. Its reduction potential values are plus 1.23 volt. Sulfates reduction potential values are 2 volt. Since here oxidation is taking place, the one which is having the lesser value for reduction potentials, it will be preferentially oxidized at anode. It means this oxygen gas will be evolved at anode, and the overall reaction is like this. At cathode, copper ions plus 2 electron will form copper, and at anode, water, it will form half O2 plus 2H plus 2 electrons. Okay, and the overall reaction will be like this. Please see these two: electrolysis of aqueous copper sulfate solution using copper electrodes and electrolysis of dilute aqueous sulfuric acid. It is given in your book. Just go through it first, and then you have to make notes of these two also, like we have done here. In the same manner, you have to do these two also, and tomorrow we'll study about the Faraday's law. Thank you.